Graphical interface for voice interaction, using expression buttons. We humans like to talk, and use our voices between us, and we want computers to understand us too. The same sentence can be interpreted in three fundamental ways: as an affirmation, as a question, or as an exclamation. This is what final punctuation in written language is for, to define which category a sentence belongs to. The final punctuation marks are fundamental for understanding the written sentence, and for facilitating its interpretation. In spoken language, we humans use intonation, which helps us to understand which category the sentence belongs to. But speech recognition systems must first learn how to recognize intonation, in order to add the right final punctuation mark to the sentence. In any case, we want to be the ones to explicitly add that punctuation mark, in order to make the meaning of the sentence clearer. When the speech recognition doesn't understand us perfectly, we may need to correct the sentence. But if the speech recognition knows how to listen to us well, it doesn't need to be corrected, and transcribes our sentences perfectly. The correction part is superfluous. If we do not have to make corrections, the movements of the thumb on our smartphone will be: 1. Press the microphone button to activate voice recording. 2. Press the microphone button to stop voice recording while waiting for the transcribed phrase. 3. Press one of the final punctuation marks to add to the transcribed sentence. 4. Press the return key to validate the sentence. The lack of the final punctuation mark forces us to enter the correction mode, even if the sentence only needs an addition. To eliminate the keyboard passage, just to add a final punctuation mark, let's introduce the idea of expression buttons. The expression buttons are simple buttons that have the task of confirming the sentence, but before doing so, they add the punctuation mark that distinguishes them. So, we will have a question expression button that adds the question mark to the sentence. We will have the exclamation expression button that adds the exclamation mark to the sentence. We will have the affirmation expression button that adds the dot mark to the sentence. These three expression buttons are the basic ones, and it seems that they can suffice, since all human texts in written languages use only these three expression signs. A smaller and more essential set of expression buttons is limited to the questions expression button and to the affirmation expression button, leaving out the exclamations intended as emphasis of the affirmation. We are therefore associating expression buttons with the button that activates and deactivates the microphone, in order to complete the transcribed sentence that lacks the final punctuation mark. When we have to confirm the sentence, for example a question, instead of pressing the question mark key, followed by the return key, we just need to press the question expression button. Then, the movements of the thumb on our smartphone become just these. 1. Press the microphone button to activate voice recording. 2. Press the microphone button to stop voice recording while waiting for the transcribed phrase. 3. Press one of the expression buttons to add the final punctuation mark and validate the sentence. In practice, we have created a mini keyboard next to the microphone button, in which each key is associated with an expression that completes the sentence and simultaneously sends it. Gestures are simplified and fluid, without having to use the entire keyboard, just to add the final expression sign, and then press the return button. The expression buttons simplify the interaction with the system, minimizing manual movements, limiting them to those of turn on microphone, turn off microphone, validate expression. When everything is fluid, and the system recognizes our sentences, without the need for corrections, then the expression buttons add the missing part. The fluidity of the dialogue and the interaction with the machine becomes more natural, and without unnecessary interruptions, all to the advantage of concentration and the thread of the speech. Therefore, the expression buttons are used to convey, with a single natural gesture, what the voice can do with intonation.